next frame, next frame, next frame. Well, as you can see, it is genuinely giving us a different random number every frame, but this isn't really what we want, because if we plug this into our steering, it'll just make the wheels jump from left to right, like every frame's going to be jumping, and this ain't really what we want. We need something a bit more organic to steer this thing. We need more of a gradual changing value. And to get that, you need something called a noise node. So let's just find that fella. Where are we? Noise. Okay, now without changing any values, I'll just plug this noise into the result. And I'm going to go through this one frame at a time and keep you down the values. At the moment it's minus 0.3. So here we go. And it's just changing gradually, as you can see. In fact, I'm going to hit play. And if you watch this, you can see it's sort of like varying up and down in a kind of a gradual fashion. Now, if you look at the various parameters you can set for noise, there's quite a few things you can adjust. Now, I've got a little demo that will show you what's going on, so let's just open that fella up. Okay, well, let's set this noise node demo rolling and have a look at the kind of output that it gives. Okay, well, what we're looking at here, vertical displacement is the actual output of the node, and left to right is time. So basically we're plotting the noise node output against time. For any of you guys that's done any electronics, this is a bit like an oscilloscope trace. And as you can see, at the moment we're getting quite a nice organic kind of smooth variation, and above the red line is going to be a positive number that's coming out of the node, and below the red line is negative. So this is just the kind of thing that we need to steer our car in a nice smooth fashion. Okay, well, let's have a look at the XPresso I'm using to generate this trace, because it'll help you understand a bit more when we get around to using this with a car. Okay, well, there's quite a few inputs on this noise node, and I've got a control panel, like I usually do. And I've got 3 inputs going into this noise node: the frequency, the amplitude, and the random seed. Then I'm taking the output of the noise node, I'm just multiplying it up by a constant so that we can just see it on the display. And I'm feeding that to the Y value of a null that I'm going to trace using a MoGraph tracer. Then to sweep this value across the screen, I'm using a time node just set to time. That's given us seconds, and I'm multiplying these seconds up by another constant, which is going to give us the X position across the screen, so that basically after 1 second the trace has moved 100 units, after 2 seconds it's on 200 units, etc. So this bit at the bottom is just like the time base of an oscilloscope, and the top part is just like the signal input, and that's how I'm generating my trace. Okay, well, let's look at the frequency